Alan Kozlowski, once again back in the kitchen, and we are now going to show you how to stack the cabbage rolls in the pot. As you can see, I've rolled up all the meat. It ended up being 17. I usually end up on a normal sized cabbage between 16 to 18 rolls. Could be fewer, could be more, depending on the size of the cabbage and how much meat you have. So in this case, I ended up with extra cabbage, which I always usually do a little bit. I don't throw this away. What I do is, this is a large pot. You can see this is where they're going to cook. They're going to cook for a long time in the oven. So I don't want to set them right on the bottom of the pan. I don't want them sticking or have them too close to the heat. So I break this apart a little bit. I'll take off some of these leaves, the remaining leaves, and I'll actually make a bed on the very bottom, the concave side up. And I'll just make a nice little layer in the bottom of this pan, as you can see. And then I'll start, I usually, doesn't matter, I take like some of the larger ones and I'll put those near the bottom and near the side. But it generally doesn't matter. I try just to fit them in there nicely. This is a big pot, so these will all fit fine. I just kind of look to see where they're going to lay nicest. There's one layer. I'll try to leave gaps in between here. Just got to layer them in there. Not too tight together. I try to kind of leave them a little loose. I'll stick one more there. And they're all popped in the pan. What I've been doing the past few years is, at this point, I usually put the sauce on them and get them into the oven, which you can do. They're still going to be great, but I've been putting them in the oven, or excuse me, in the refrigerator overnight, and it seems to really help let the flavors all come together, from the cabbage to the meat. Everything kind of melds together, and then I cook them in the morning when I wake up, and they're ready around lunchtime, which is always nice. Or you can let them go until mid-afternoon the next day and have them ready for dinner. So I'll just put this lid on them and put them in the fridge, and then tomorrow morning we'll do part 5, and that'll be finishing them off and putting them in the oven.